Hello everyone, GamerWin here, and this is the semifinals, round 2, Jordan versus Cayman. I will see you guys in the finals. Goodbye, God bless, peace, enjoy the video, bye. So, wait, a pre-game interview. Cayman, what do you feel about this?
I'm about to get cooked, but I gotta try at least.
You know what's weird that
I'm about to get cooked, but I gotta try at least.
The perennial Pro Bowler, Justin Tucker, has it on the tee. And off we go from Ford Field. This one taken at the 7. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. Number 1 overall pick in 2016 leads him out, Greg. It's quarterback Jared Goff.
You see Jared Goff now taking the field, and he's coming off one of the best seasons of his career, and he's certainly quieted a lot of skeptics around the league, Mike, and leading this Lions team to the NFC Championship just a season ago. He has his eyes set on taking that next step, and a strong performance here will certainly help him achieve that goal. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Open man downfield, it's Laporta. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Lions first down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion. On play action, Goff. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
And you can see the quarterback, he's looking up at the Jumbotron after that throw, Mike. He knows he just got away with one, and he's thinking, all right, what do I got to do to make an adjustment that it's not so close the next time?
And a good run there on second down. A pickup of 7. It'll bring up 3rd and 3.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
That's into the hands of the receiver, Patrick. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Detroit.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the first down.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here now, a toss to Montgomery. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Roquan Smith there to bring him down. Play 8 of the opening drive coming up, and now they face 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Goff. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. Now Jake Bates on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So after... first down throw for Jackson. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete. Searching for his Pro Bowl tight end Mark Andrews that time, and it'll be second down.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield.
Just seems nowadays, Mike, there's so many running backs in the NFL that you can classify as being dual threats. Of course, we see them every week make their impact on the ground. But here in the first half, it's his ability in the passing game and do bulk of his damage as a receiving threat.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He's going to keep it himself. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Lions have got it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away. Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's second and inches. That one intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Stevens.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
Here's first and 10. Lamar going to work from the pistol. He's going to tuck it and go. Whoa! And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. It's a big one for the Ravens. It's a gain of 34.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting first downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a second and 6. The shotgun, here's Jackson. He's got his big tight end, Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Baltimore.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
That's going to be caught in the end zone, and they take the lead by 1.
Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Ho-ho! A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Lions offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. The deficit is 1 as they'll search now for that go-ahead score. On first and 10, here's Goff. Down the field, he's got St. Brown. The Lions first timeout as they stopped with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Put the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to take over just before the half. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Jackson looking to throw, going up top and looking for Andrews. And he's going to be taken down inside the 40-yard line. Now here's a timeout. They're going to take it with 8 seconds remaining until the break. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Throwing Jackson. Again, working deep downfield. To the goal line and in. Mark Andrews. Touchdown, Ravens. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. Now Jackson and the Ravens will try to tack on 2 more. Bateman is the motion man. Back to throw, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. Reynolds now on the return. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. And no rest for the weary. Let's get right back to it. Quarter number 3 set to begin. Both teams look good on the offensive side in the first half. Will it carry over? We're about to find out. Second half is underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. Now the Ravens' big-ticket free agent acquisition. It's Derrick Henry. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. Now it's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
A big play there for Baltimore. 39 yards.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Bateman is the motion man. Marked down at the 6. So we'll take it to the other end as we are through 3. We'll return. No motion over Flowers. Now Henry. And he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Lions offense headed back to take over once more. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. They'll drop to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Laporta. And he will score. Sam Laporta. Touchdown, Lions. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try and win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. We'll get across the 20. We'll mark them at the 22-yard line. Lamar Jackson and... Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. That's downfield, and he's got Andrews, his tight end. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage.
And he will go down here, but there is a marker on the field, and the defense may have gotten a head start on that one.
Still first down.
Henry. And he will lose yardage on the play. They knock him back to midfield.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd down. Jackson. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. A gain there of 13 yards. They still have all 3 timeouts, and here we go with 1st and 10. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. Now the Ravens use their 1st timeout. They get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in the 4th. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. Here's 2nd down. Now Jackson. He runs, and this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. Extra point try now for Tucker. His kick is good, and the Ravens go up by 7, 28-21. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Reynolds now on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Goff. Going up top. And that would be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And nothing on that one back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
And up until this point, this has been an incredibly efficient game from this quarterback. I mean, it's hard to think here we are in the second half, and that's only his second incomplete pass. So finally, the defense is able to do something to disrupt his timing and finally try to get him out of this groove.
And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it is a win here for the visitors, the Ravens. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
To say about the losing, but you put up a really good
Dude,
fight.
I haven't played Madden in like years, so to play against a brother who plays a lot,
You did really
I'm
good.
happy. You play video games and football, though.
There-